All right, guys, I got a special one for you today, and I was so excited because it literally just showed up at my front door, and I'm like, let's go install it immediately. Usually I wait like a couple days or so, but this one I'm pretty hyped on because it's brand new, and if you can't tell by the sticker here, totally forgot that I put that on. But this, the 6th gen 4runner is getting a snorkel officially. I know some of them, like the trail hunters and stuff, have them from the factory. Well, TRD off-roads, base models, we don't have that. So enter in MNJ Fabrications with their snorkel. You can see their logo right there. Very sleek look, all stainless steel. Very clean looking, very cool, different than your normal snorkel. TRD, the trail hunters and stuff like that, they all come with snorkels. The pros come with snorkels, I believe. But us TRD off-roads, SR5s, stuff like that, we don't get these. And I've been waiting for something like this to hit the market, and it finally has. So you guys can check it out and maybe get ready to chop up your 4runner. But I'm a bit hesitant on, but right here is where it attaches to the A-pillar there. And it comes with some rivet nuts. So you're gonna have to drill into the A-pillar here. So you go zzz, zzz, and then you put in the 2 rivet nuts and then it drills in. That's what's gonna hold it up here. Now, I had this option with my old Safari snorkel on my 5th gen back in the day. I chose not to do it. I ended up using some like really strong tape and Velcro, but this is a little heavier. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away with that. I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? It's just 2 little rivet nuts here. So if I do take it off, it's really not that big of a deal. I could always cover it up with something. So, you know me, I've already chopped up this truck 1,000 different times. I've messed up cutting it. And at this point in the game, I don't know, chopping it up isn't really that big of a deal to me, or drilling holes. So I think I'm just gonna go for it, obviously, since I'm making this video. It's got the bottom half here. That's gonna go to your air box. Go like that. And I believe this is, compatible with the 6th element cold air intake, and obviously your stock air intake too. But from what he was telling me is with the 6th element one, it's not gonna be totally waterproof. So keep that in mind. If you have your stock air box, that might be a better option for you, but you get more noise from the 6th element. So it's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna keep mine. I should be good. Honestly, I don't even go through rivers or anything like that, but I do wanna protect because I don't have any headliner here. I've got my airbox completely open. So say it's wintertime, I'm out wheeling in the snow, going through a puddle, whatever. Water goes up there, shoots into my airbox. It can cause some problems. So something to keep in mind, but for me, this is totally gonna work and keep it waterproof enough, to keep me happy. So with that said, first off, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting. I'm gonna get my Dremel, follow this line, chop it out, and yeah, let's get started. So, I know cutting into your fenders is nerve-wracking. Honestly, it's not as scary as I think it is. And that's coming from someone who's literally chopped up the whole truck. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it. And I do have a little something just so you guys are aware. I'll be doing an install video for this too. I do have Baja style fenders coming for the 6th gen. And that's all I'm gonna say for right now. But keep an eye out for like the next 3 weeks or so, because the Baja styles are coming. I'm getting rid of these stock ones. So I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure, looking at them, I'll be able to just cut this out on there too and still run the snorkel the same way. So something to keep in mind, just remember those rivet nuts, once they're there and they're permanent. No getting rid of those. So just so you know you have this the right way, because I was a little confused for a second. This top part here, if you can see outside my tape, is gonna go in this direction. So this lines up a little over the plastic part. If you remove this, probably a little easier, but mine's good. But this curved part here, so it goes like this. So I just followed the edge of the body and just have it right as close as I can. And I'm just gonna tape this all down so when I do cut, I get a nice close cut. because this kind of bubbles up here. So I just want to make sure it's all down, and obviously I'll cut through the tape because this line's obviously the most important part. So this just kind of keeps everything down so it's not moving while I cut. So my line's still here, ignore the tape, just go around it. All right, let's get the cutting. All right, now I didn't leave the actual stencil part on just because I don't want to screw it up, because I'm getting new fenders, so I want to be able to keep that for when I have to cut the next ones. All chopped out. So what I'm going to do now is grab my Dremel again, and I'm going to grab another head to it and just sand this all down, and then make sure you're painting this so it doesn't rust over. You just want to go ahead and just dab a little bit of whatever paint. I usually get a cloth. I'll show you right now. I dab all this, but right now let's sand. All right, so now I got my little sand tool. I'm just going to go ahead and hit all the edges. All right, up next, door trim. Now, everybody else go ahead and paint this. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm getting new fenders anyway in like a month, so I really don't care. But how I usually paint it is I just spray some spray paint on like a little towel and I just dab it, or you can use a paintbrush and go from there too. So now I got the door trim. Come here. All right, so there you go. There's the door trim in there, nice and clean. Let's get the snorkel in. All right, so this next part's kind of the tricky part. Apparently he's coming out with a custom coupler, which is going to be going over the airbox hole where this is supposed to go. But for now, we're going to try to put this over the opening like this, and it'll basically go like that. So we got to fit it through the hole here, which seems to be the more challenging part. All right, so I had to do a quick shirt change because you're not supposed to wear white when doing any of this. I don't really know what the hell I was thinking, but now that I got that dirty white shirt out of the way, where I'm at. So I actually had to open this up a little bit more from the template, just not much, maybe like a 1/4 of an inch more going up this way. Just to get it to lay flat. And if you guys hopefully can see the video, this part right here is actually going to bolt into the door jamb. So you're not going to be able to see it on the A-pillar. It'll actually be tucked inside, which is way better because I thought it was on the outside. But it goes in like this. And then lays flat. Right there. So, and you can see right there where, flip this around. You can see right there where it's actually going to bolt in with the rivet nuts. It comes down, and I'm going to go and put my door guard back on there to help it. You might have to open it up a little bit more so it doesn't take up any more space from the door guard. Seated. So I don't want to drill any holes or anything yet until I know exactly where it's going to line up. And then once I do, then I'll put the holes, drill, get the rivet nuts in. But you're going to have to just kind of mess with this a little bit. And that's what I've been doing this whole time, is just kind of moving that boot around, making sure it doesn't touch out here so you can't see it. So just play with it. So I've got the boot pointing towards me a bit. I'm just gonna kind of aim it. All right, so I got it up. It's holding its own weight. I just need to drill the holes. So before I button everything down, I'm gonna do, see, so it goes like that. So I'm gonna line this up, punch out those holes where it's supposed to be. I'll drill that, get those rivets in there, and we'll be able to screw it in. All right, there we go. So we got the rivet nuts in. One thing I did skip, which I'll take these out whenever, because you can just undo these, is put a little paint there so it doesn't rust. My son wants to go play basketball right now, so I'm just trying to get this done at this point. All right, look at that. Wow, that was the most nerve-wracking part. I've never drilled or anything inside of here before, so that was really kind of getting me. I did scratch a little bit right there. Hooray for black, because see everything. All right, so I gotta tighten up those last, all right, Mace, Daddy's almost done here. I'm making a video.
Yeah, well, what are you attaching to?
The snorkel, so I can go underwater.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I swear, it's a snorkel so that if I drive through deep water, the truck will keep going. Isn't that cool? Yeah. All right. And there she is. It looks so beastly. It's already beastly, but it just added a whole nother layer I didn't even know was possible. Yeah. All right, guys, so there you go. That is from MNJ Fabrication. I threw his sticker on here as decal. You guys don't have to do that, but I like my sponsors and everybody involved in the build, so I always throw them on. But this thing looks sick, very sleek. Excited when I get the new fenders, when they're all like the Baja style, how that's actually gonna work. Hopefully I can make this work when the time comes. I don't see why not, probably just a little bit more cutting. But other than that, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, concerns, whatever, let me know. I believe this should be available by the time this video is out. So I'll keep it updated with links to the product and the website so you guys can find it. But pretty simple. Just like a regular snorkel. I've installed a snorkel, Safari snorkel before on the 5th gen, and this really was not much different. The only challenging part is getting that boot inside the airbox, but like I said, he is coming out with a new one that's supposed to just attach onto the box to make it a lot easier, so you have to go stuffing that boot all the way through. And then closing the door and everything, nothing's affected. Cool design there, away from all the rain and everything. So let's go find a very big puddle.
so as you guys can tell, it sounds really cool. It's not like annoying or anything like that. It honestly, I don't really hear it at normal regular speeds much more than I already did with my cold air intake. I really like that. So even if I can hear a little bit more, I have the window cracked a little bit, but I think it sounds really good. One thing I was getting a lot of comments on some of the reels that I posted about it, and people were asking, hey, it's flipped behind, it's like backwards, so isn't that bad for it or whatever? And see, with the window up, you can't really even hear it all that much. But anyway, yeah, so they asked if, since it's sitting backwards, is that bad for it? And the answer is no. And you can do a quick Google search on this that can explain it way better and more in detail than I can. But basically, a quick rundown of it is you'll see a lot of guys running like a safari snorkel, and they'll flip it backwards because rain and debris and everything goes in through the snorkel and into the cold air intake, or into your air intake in general, and it can cause problems. So this way, you still get air that goes in with it pointing backwards. You're just not getting all the debris and all the rain, water, and everything like that for, when you're in those elements. So something to look into. But other than that, this has been a super solid product. I'm super stoked on it. Can't wait to potentially, by the way, you can get it powder coated, you can vinyl wrap it, you can rattle can it, whatever. I haven't really decided. I think this matches my wheels pretty well since I've got the chrome wheels, or polished machine wheels. So I think it kind of gives a nice two-tone to it. But I will potentially powder coat it black, or even vinyl wrap it orange. I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of playing with that. But if you guys have any comments, questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.